He's back in action this weekend. His second appearance in the UFC. The only active fighter from this island in the UFC at the moment. We don't know when Mr. McGregor is going to be back, but it is Rhys McKee. Rhys, how are you, my friend? Excited, big week ahead. I believe you're in Belfast waiting on your visa.
Yeah, there's a few complications always with everything. So yeah, but for that I'm excited. I'm ready to get there, ready to get to Vegas and get the show on the road, really.
Rhys, talk to us about the issues with the visa. Obviously what's going on with the global pandemic, traveling to the United States. It's been a bit of a issue for a lot of fighters. Can you fill us in exactly what's going on with your visa and the delays?
Yeah, well, if I knew, I could fill you in, but I just know I need one. I know there was a bit of delay, not a delay on my part or the UFC's or anyone's really. I think just COVID has made every protocol a bit tighter, and I think it's just mayhem for them. But I know I just need mine today, and that's all I care about. I don't care about anyone else's bar my own, but I know everybody's having a bit of hard luck with it at the minute.
Rhys, do you think it has something to do, obviously, with Donald Trump, this whole visa situation, with people finding it very difficult to get these visas?
I'm really not sure. I'm not sure. I was actually having a joke with a guy. He was standing in the queue of the place today to get into the embassy or the consulate, and he was saying that as well. But I'm not too sure. I'm probably the most uneducated person in that type of stuff. So again, as long as mine's through today, I'm good.
Rhys, the obviously the debut, very short notice. You go in against one of the biggest prospects in the whole sport. He's been amazing so far, Chimaev. But I mean, is that hard for you to lose in that manner, knowing what you can do? And is that like a driving force for you ahead of this fight? Because we really feel as though that wasn't the Rhys McKee that we all know and love when he's in competition.
Yeah, of course, yeah, of course. Everybody, any of the European MMA scene know what I'm about. They've watched my fights. I know what I'm about. But I think for me, I don't really care that half of America or whoever thinks my debut was like this. For me, it's just about what I know. And, for me, it's about backing that up to myself. I'm going to here on Saturday to prove to myself that I'm that level and, I am in the elite. So it's not really about what everybody else thinks, but for me, it's about proving it to myself and that's where I belong. And I know I do, and I know on Saturday everyone will see. So, yeah, they can think what they want.
How good is he, Rhys?
Chimaev, yeah, he's good. I think a lot of it's circumstantial. Not taking anything. I mean, I'm hardly the guy to say he's not good. But he fought John Phillips, who's not known to be a grappler. He fought me in 6 days with no camp. And then the last guy, he was a bit. Well, that was a legit win, but he seemed a bit scared of him. So, it's hard to know how. Listen, he's fighting Leon Edwards next. It's a massive jump.
Yeah,
it's a massive jump for him. I think then we'll really see how good he is. But listen, he's the man to watch at the minute. He's getting the fights he wants, and I'll be watching too. But someday we'll run that rematch back for sure.
Yeah, you really feel that?
Yeah, I can't see how we can't. If I'm in the UFC not to make up the numbers, I plan to go to the top of the division, and so does he. So, I can't see how that fight wouldn't happen again. If I said that fight wasn't going to happen again, then you would have to ask me where'd I even see myself going in the UFC. Because then this whole thing would be a waste of time. So, yeah, it absolutely has to line up again.
Is there extra pressure then on you to make a statement this Saturday after that fight and the manner in which the fight played out?
I don't feel so. I don't think so. If there is any pressure, it's pressure I put on myself, not from. I don't feel the need to impress Dana or impress the UFC or anything like that. It's very much an internal thing. I know. Listen. I know with the prep I've had. I know with the amount of notice I've had, it's impossible for me not to show up. I always show up. I was willing to show up in 6 days, so you'll see me with 15 weeks. It's all good.
Some fighters in the past, Rhys, and I don't think this is fair at all. Look, you know yourself, you were a teammate of Norman Parks for many years who definitely didn't deserve to get cut. But some fighters do find their bums close to the butcher's block, so to speak, when they're on that. if it goes into a 2-fight losing streak, and not to suggest I think that is what's ahead of you at all. I heavily favor you ahead of this weekend's fight. But is that something that is in the back of your head? Like, is it something that you have to kind of fight off out of the back of your head? Because we know that you plan to be there for a long time. And based on what you've already done in your career, I believe you can be there for a very long time at the world's biggest stage.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. It's not something I've thought about, and I tell you, I believe UFC. I believe this is my debut. I know it's my debut, and I believe the UFC also know that. I stepped in 6 days when no one else in the world would. I'm not saying that they should scrap that fight and rewrite it or anything like that, but I think there's a bit of courtesy there. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm naive, but again, as you said, it's not even entering my mind. I win this Saturday night, and that begins my UFC tear. There's losing's not an option here, and Saturday night's just going to prove that. That's all I can really say about that one. But I mean, I know a lot of fighters do suffer, like when they are doing it, like John Phillips and stuff, doing a skid, or I think Jack Marshman was maybe on a losing streak as well. Like it's a hard place if you don't have the right mind for it. But you can only control what you can control, and that's what I plan to do.
Since this fight has been announced, Rhys, I've thought it. I think a lot of media members have thought it, but you definitely have as well. You've said that Alex Morono is an ideal fight, and I believe it is based on what you do in there, your heavy hands, your constant pressure against a guy who loves to bang as well. Let's give Alex his credit too. Has all the ingredients of an unbelievable fight, but tell us why you feel as though this is a great fight for you to showcase what you're all about on Saturday.
Yeah, well, a good sign of me watching an opponent is if I rewind the fight a few times and watch it again, then you're an exciting fighter and someone I want to fight, and I've done that when I watched Morono. He's been about a long time, but I just think I fought these guys my whole career, like the Alex Morono, the Jefferson George, the Perry Goodwin, the short kind of muscle bound style, swing for the fences and hope for the best kind of style. I'm too long and too clinical for it, but with that there's a lot of danger. Morono's this is his 11th fight in the UFC, so he's not someone that I'm going to go in there and say this is going to be a piece of cake, but it's going to be a good night for me, and I'm going to make him miss and punish him every time he does this.
Mystic McKee makes predictions. What's the prediction?
Yeah, I believe I'll stop him. Mystic McKee. I just think the pressure is too much. I don't think there's anyone really that has the same kind of level of gas tank. People nickname me in the gym that I have a third lung. I don't know if I have a third lung, but I'm definitely fit. So I know Alex. I seen in an interview of a tag, and he says he wants to have this war and stuff. But I'll be going fresh in the third round. I'm not sure if he will.
And Rhys,
Alex,
we know the last time, obviously, Ryan, the passport issues, all that. Is everyone going to be there with you this time? Has that all got resolved as well? Because obviously that's a very, very important part of actually being there and having the guys you need around you.
Yeah, my corner team's there. There was a few hiccups a few weeks ago. There's been hiccups on the way, but the team's there. The whole team's there, and we've got it done in one piece, thankfully. So I think in this current time, there's always going to be a bit of drama and a bit of adversity, but a lot of my best performances have came in adversity, so expect no different Saturday.
Rhys, I wanted to ask you, obviously today, or last night, it was revealed that Rafael dos Anjos will not fight Islam Makhachev in the main event. And when you look through that card, your name is the one that's jumping out to me. When I'm looking, what fight am I most excited about? It's your fight. And I'm thinking, are you thinking in the same way as me that this could be a great opportunity for you to steal the show and be one of the big storylines come Sunday morning across the world?
Yeah, absolutely. And even when they had, I think Arnold Allen was on this card originally at a time, and they had some big names that even when it was then, I still looked at it as it was always going to be my show, and I was always going to steal it. So the fact that some of them names are dropping out just means that there's more chance of me getting 2 bonuses instead of 1. So it's exciting times. And listen, Saturday night is exciting. I don't feel any pressure. I feel like this is a real debut. It's my time to arrive. Do it in Las Vegas in front of Dana, who I'm sure will be there. And the world's my oyster now. And I really can't wait. It's just I know it's cliche. You know, this is the most exciting excited I've ever been, but I truly am. So.
Is there a name in your mind that you might call for if you get victory? Not to say that you're looking past Alex or anything, but I'm sure when you sign for the UFC, you're thinking straight away, I'd love to fight this guy, I'd love to fight this guy. Do you have maybe a name on the tip of your tongue that you might say if John Anik shoves that mic in your face?
I'd like to fight Carlos Condit. I think that's a fight. Like,
love it. I love that.
He's only coming back, and I think that'd be fantastic. He's someone I watched as a kid. You know, so that's the guys I want to stand across from. Carlos Condit, the likes of your Mike Perry's, your Donald Cerrone, Nico Price has fought Alex before too. So, you know, I don't want. Listen, Alex again. This is his 11th fight, so anything less than 11, and I don't think I'm gonna take. I want more. I want the veterans.
Love
the big names.
Love that fight. Are you old enough?
There was some beef there with Emil Mech once, wasn't there?
Who?
There was a bit of, wasn't there something going on with Emil Mech there last year or something? He slid into your old comments on Instagram or something back in the day. Or do I have this arseways?
That's super memory. Is he welterweight? Does he fight at welterweight?
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. He said that must have been about a year ago. He said, "I will die against Hacken Foss." Yeah. That did it well. Yeah, maybe him. You know, I didn't even know he was in the UFC, or I haven't heard much of him.
Jeez,
that's shade, Rhys. That's shade.
I think with a win, that'd be an amazing call out, and one that, you know, could potentially make sense, because this is where Condit is in his career. Sorry?
I'll have a little list ready of names.
Oh, he does. There you go, Peter. Petey stirring it up nicely for Saturday night, and get. Are you old enough even to drink, Rhys? I think people sort of forget how young you are. Will they give you a pint, you know, post fight in the United States?
Yeah.
All right, you're old enough. Okay, all right, that's cool.
Make sure you have your ID on you, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
Rhys, we're obviously looking forward to the fight massively on Saturday night. And listen, I hope the visa issue gets sorted later this afternoon, and very much looking forward to it. Always a pleasure to speak to you, my friend. Best of luck on Saturday night.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hello, guys. If you want to hear more of The Bash, you can subscribe to us on all our wonderful channels on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and all that other shit.
And click the links below. Click the links below, the notification button. It comes straight to your phone if we've any fresh content. And also hit the subscribe button. It does help. You're some plonker.
It's very serious.